Hey guys, Josh here, CrossFit Rema, talking Friday's workout, but we got two things to talk about before we get there. Piece number one, there are two workouts on Friday. There's our normal workout of the day, and there is the final workout of the Support Your Local Box fundraiser. That happens at 7 p.m. Virtual Friday Night Lights. Everybody gets on Zoom and does that. Do both workouts because why not? Now, my second component, we're going to talk about our website. Okay, so as my cameraman kind of zooms in, the reason we're talking about this is because this is where all of our workout of the days are located. You go to the menu, and then it brings up really simple. I scroll down till I find the members piece. It says WODs, and if the workout of the day, the workout for tomorrow has published, which it hasn't yet, we're filming this early, that you will see whatever the workout for either the day is or for the workout for tomorrow, but also all of the workouts we've had, so on and so forth. So those are also in Wodify, but they're also here, and they're here before they're in Wodify. Okay, so that's just what we want to talk about. Now, let's get into our warm-up for today's workout. The first piece we're going to do, we're going to grab something that you can take overhead. I have a 25-pound plate. It can be much lighter than that. It's just something that you can hold while you stand in a lunge position or a split position. And then I take it overhead, and then I just start getting into a few tricep extensions, mainly to get that elbow warmed up for the push-ups that we have coming. I'll do 5, and then I'll switch legs, and then I'll do 5. Okay? Now my next piece, I'm gonna get into pillars. To again, start to warm up the shoulders for my push-ups. I'll go here, here, so on and so forth. Remember to keep the shoulder directly above the wrist as opposed to this thing. I want to be here. And if that starts to hurt the wrists, make sure you talk to your coach about that because there's a lot of different components we can do into that. Now, my last piece, since I'm already here, I'm going to start to work into a 90-90. Now, how I might do this, I might try to touch. So the right gets there pretty simply, and I'm struggling with the left a little bit. But as I start to do it, it starts to get there. Or maybe I take my hands away and I go here. Or maybe I start to do get-ups and I start to get fancy. Whatever. Your coach is going to walk you through that, but the first iteration can be extrapolated all the way through. I'll go through that warm-up 3 times at least, maybe 4. I'll do at least 10 90-90s, at least 10 pillars per side, and then 5 tricep extensions. Switch my legs, 5 more, and that'll be my warm-up. Okay guys, so when I get to my first piece of the workout after my warm-up, it's gonna be like a stamina piece. And it's pretty much all squatting, and it's squatting for 5 minutes straight. Because yeah, why not? So I'm gonna get into my squat stance. We'll talk about that really quickly, then we'll talk about the format. So my squat stance is generally just outside of shoulder width, toes pointed forward, big toe stays on the ground. Then as I start to go back, I sit in between my heels. I drive my knees out, my midline's active, and I have a tight weightlifter arch. And again, when I come up, I keep all of the same rules. If at any point in time, the depth, meaning when I try to go down to the bottom, something happens, like my knees come in or my lower back gives, then I need to stop that depth a little short until I can hold all of the points of performance together. Now, that being said, we're going to adjust that a little bit by doing either more reps, faster reps, or holds to challenge some of those positions, so you need to be aware of those positions. My first piece, again, I'll start the clock, 5-minute running clock, and I'm going to do 8 squats as fast as I can. That shouldn't take me much more than about 10 seconds. So I'm in this position. I still have to have all of the same components that I had before. It's not here, it's not here. It's maintaining all of my squat points of performance. I do 8 of those. Again, if it's going to take me longer than about 10 seconds, then I just reduce that number, scale it down. Then, immediately after completing that, I'm going to hold the bottom position, whatever my bottom of the squat was, my lowest depth, for 10 seconds. Then 10 seconds here, parallel. And then after I do that, I squat. Now, I squat for the remainder of the minute. Those squats are the same tempo as a normal squat. I'm just not trying to get as many as I could in about 10 seconds, which is about 8 squats. So again, 8 squats as fast as possible. 10-second hold at the very bottom. 10-second hold, a little higher than that, at about parallel. and then I squat for the remainder of the minute. As soon as the minute beeps, I do it again. Then I do it again, and I do it again until I'm at 5. Okay? Then, when I get to my workout component, it's 2 things. It's only a couplet. I have lunges and I have push-ups. 40, 30, 20, 10. 40, 30, 20, 10 lunges, push-ups. So when I get into my lunge, I'm probably going to do a split squat or a reverse lunge, whatever you want to call it. I come back, I take a step. I struggle with a lot of times where to put that foot at because I always want to stretch it way out. That's not really what we want to see. So it needs to be more, that's why we practice that 90-90. It needs to be more of a 90-90 position as opposed to a really big hip flexor stretch. So I'm not doing whatever that thing is. That may be valuable, but that's not what we're doing for a lunge, okay? 40, 30, 20, 10. So after 40, then I go to my push-up. So my last piece, guys, I'm gonna do a quick cool down. I'm gonna try to take my legs in to straddle as much as I can with my toes still pointed more towards the ceiling. And then I'm gonna try to reach over, I'll hold for maybe 3 seconds, and then I'll try to go to the other side, and I'll keep going back and forth, hopefully making some kind of change as I go, so on and so forth, trying maybe to slide those out just a little bit. And I'm gonna do that until I've made change, 2 minutes.